This is the beauty of camouflage. Suddenly there is one flock landing, and when it's one flock landing, everyone else thinks is safe here. Come join me as I'm going out photographing shorebirds. I want to let you in my mind how I'm preparing and thinking when I'm going to photograph these cool little birds. I think I pointed out a spot here, and there are different kind of shorebirds here. I see the great ringed plover, I see dunlins, I see red shank, and they have different feeding patterns, and they also feed in different places. Like the plover, they like to run on the sand, stop a little bit, check it out, and then find the food. But the dunlins like to be out on like water and wade in the water and find food underneath. There's a sheep want to be in my little movie here. Anyways, so therefore you need to plan that as well, what kind of species you want, if you want to get close to them. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my the thing is that the birds will probably fly a little bit away when I'm going out, and they will definitely come back though. But I want to be as stealthy as possible. This is my blind which I'm going to use today. I lay right to the ground there to get that low eye level perspective. So I'm going to take this with me together with a bean bag. Now comes the part where I have to wait and be patient and persistent. Although I know that I have a lot of patience, I think my biggest key is stubbornness. And that helps too. This is the beauty of camouflage. Suddenly there is one flock landing, and when it's one flock landing, everyone else thinks is safe here, and therefore it starts to gather around. So I had some amazing encounter with the red knot, and a beautiful like adult red knot, but also a cool ringed plover as well. There is a flock of young red knots in front of me right now, a little bit distance, but I had them landing on my left side of the blind here. So that was quite cool. I thought it was going to be a little lesser wind today, therefore I placed myself in this sand mud and not in a near of the water, which I planned in my head before I went out. There is not colors in the water. I want to see what comes around it. There's a plover. I had a 2x teleconverter with me. I wanted to test that out with the 600mm, which is 1200mm f8. And now I have taken on the built-in teleconverter, which extended even more with 1.4 times, and that makes it f11. And for today's light, it isn't ideal for this kind of photography here. So I put on a face mask because I forgot to take my roof on, so there is a little bit of light inside the blind, and my face is quite bright, so I want to remove that by using the face mask when looking out. Hopefully the birds will come closer. But I had a couple of close encounters with the plover, so that was really nice. The thing is, I thought there would be a little bit more sun, and therefore I could put up my shutter speed though. But the great thing about the ringed plover is that they run a little bit, stop, look for food, and then take the food. So if you want a single portrait of it, you don't need that high of a shutter speed. You just wait until it stops and scan the area, and then you can photograph it on quite low shutter speed. But if you want to photograph it while catching some food, you need more shutter speed. I have for a long time now have around 640 of a second, and I got some action shots of that, but now I had to take down my shutter speed. My ISO is 1600 because of the high megapixel on the Z9 makes it at a This is the little stint, one of the smaller wading birds that we have. I'm sorry I'm interrupting, but yeah, it's so hard to vlog here because when it's happened, you need to be ready. But now it's gone again, so it makes me some time to delete some images that I don't want. But this happens when you have patience and wait. Then you get awarded with some nice encounters with the shorebirds. Oh. Wow, it's still coming in some more birds. As long as there are some birds, they are like saying that this area is safe and safe to land, so that's perfect. I use my highest burst on images, and I take a lot of series. Even though the bird is standing still, I take a lot of images because you can see here on the image here that one is not that sharp and one is sharp, and that is small movements in the head, and something can go wrong. So I rather have many pictures and go through them than having only an unsharp image of a beautiful one. So here you can see the plover, how it's finding food, stomping a little bit on the sand and then grab it. So cool to watch. And this is what I'm hoping to capture. Another thing that I'm thinking about when I'm laying here and photographing the shorebirds is the background. The closer the bird is to me, the more like blurry and out of focus is the background. And when I'm laying low like this, my background is quite far away, and that separates the subjects from the background and makes it a really exciting image. The sun is almost setting. There's quite dark. So I won't be here too long though. But what? This turned out to be a success, and I thought it would be a failure. This is why you should wait. It can look like it's nothing to have. It can look like it's failure, but suddenly the bird will appear, and that is the best feeling. So one of my probably greatest tips on this video here is patience. You have to have patience. If you're patient, the bird can come close and you can get the images.